Let's be honest, we all have that one friend. You know the one, the cheeky, charming, slightly eccentric friend who flirts with everyone, including your significant other. It's usually harmless, often hilarious, and almost always leads to some fantastic banter. Well, it turns out even national treasures like Claire Balding aren't immune to this dynamic. In a recent, absolutely side-splitting revelation, sports broadcasting legend Claire Balding has publicly, and playfully, issued a warning to a fellow celebrity. Why? Because he just can't seem to stop swooning over Claire's wife, the lovely Alice Arnold. So, who is the culprit trying to woo Alice away? None other than the jumper-wearing, vocabulary-loving, absolute icon himself, Giles Brandreth. Buckle up, folks. This story is the perfect mix of British wit, celebrity friendship, and the kind of cozy drama we absolutely live for. The scene of the crime, a deathly podcast. This hilarious exchange didn't happen on a sports field or a red carpet. It went down on one of the most unique podcasts out there right now. Where there's a will, there's a way, hosted by the brilliant Mel Giedroyc. If you haven't listened to it yet, you are missing out. The concept is wonderfully weird. Mel, who we all adore from Bake Off and Mel and Sue, invites guests on under the pretense that they have, well, died. Don't worry, it's not morbid. It's actually a celebration of life. Mel quizzes her deceased guests about their fantasy funeral plans, their last meals, and how they want to be remembered. It's the perfect setting for celebrities to let their guard down, be a bit vulnerable, and, in Giles Brandreth's case, cause a bit of mischief from beyond the grave, hypothetically speaking. The mock eulogy that started it all. During Claire's episode, Mel decided to play a little surprise for her. She had obtained a recording of a mock eulogy delivered by none other than Giles Brandreth. Now, if you know Giles, you know he has a way with words. He's poetic, he's dramatic, and he's incredibly funny. He started off sweetly enough, describing Claire, who he starred alongside on Celebrity Gogglebox and The Traitors, as one of the most loved and respected figures in the industry. He waxed lyrical about her incredible career in sports broadcasting. He touched on her love for animals and all things equestrian. It was touching. It was sweet. And then, in true Giles fashion, he took a sharp left turn toward his real interest. The beguiling widow. As the eulogy continued, Giles shifted his focus from the dearly departed Claire to the person she left behind. Of course, as she leaves behind a beautiful widow, the brilliant and beguiling Alice Arnold, Giles's voice boomed through the speakers. Beguiling, can you believe it? Only Giles Brandreth could get away with using that word in a eulogy. At this point in the podcast, Claire couldn't hold it in anymore. She interrupted the recording to give Mel, and the listeners, a bit of context about Giles's admiration for her wife. He is physically very attracted to Alice, Claire revealed, laughing. He always says that. It wasn't a shock to Claire. Apparently, this is a long-running theme in their friendship. Giles has made no secret of the fact that he thinks Alice is absolute perfection. A brighter future beckons. But Giles wasn't done. The eulogy got even cheekier. Imagine the scene. Giles is painting a picture of Claire's funeral. He imagines Alice sitting there, mourning. But Giles suggests that perhaps Alice won't be mourning for too long. Sitting here today, dressed in white, you will notice, yes, because for Alice, a brighter future beckons, Giles teased in the recording. The implication? That with Claire out of the picture, Alice is finally on the market, and maybe, just maybe, Giles is ready to swoop in. Claire, to her absolute credit, erupted into laughter. There was no jealousy, no awkwardness, just the belly laugh of a woman who knows her relationship is rock solid and finds her friends' crush absolutely hysterical. Why we love this trio. This story hits all the right emotional notes for us because it highlights exactly what makes these three, Claire, Alice, and Giles, so relatable. 1. The security of Claire and Alice. Claire Balding and Alice Arnold are one of the UK's ultimate power couples. They've been together for years, civil partnership in 2006, married in 2015, and they radiate a sense of comfort and stability. You can only laugh at a friend hitting on your partner when you are 100% secure in your love. Claire's reaction wasn't defensive, it was delighted. It shows a relationship built on trust and good humor. 2. Giles being Giles. Giles Brandreth is a national treasure for a reason. He is the naughty uncle of British television. He's flirtatious and outrageous, but it's always wrapped in warmth and kindness. When he calls Alice beguiling or hints at a brighter future, everyone knows it comes from a place of affection for both Claire and Alice. 3. The joy of friendship in a world where celebrity news is often full of feuds, breakups, and scandals. Isn't it refreshing to read about deep, funny friendships? This is just banter between people who genuinely like each other. It reminds us of our own inside jokes with friends, the kind of teasing that only brings you closer. A warning or an invitation. Claire's warning to Giles was issued with a wink and a smile. She knows Giles has always had a thing for Alice. She knows he finds her physically very attractive. But let's be real, Claire isn't worried. Alice Arnold, a formidable journalist and broadcaster in her own right, is more than capable of handling Giles's flowery affections. In fact, anyone who has seen the three of them interact or heard them talk about each other knows that the mutual respect runs deep. This little snippet from Where There's a Will, There's a Way gave us a peek behind the curtain of celebrity life. It showed us that when the cameras are off or when they are recording a podcast about death, they are just like us, roasting each other, laughing at inappropriate jokes, and celebrating the people they love. The takeaway: so, Giles, consider this your official notice, back of the line. Claire is still very much with us, thankfully, and she's not letting Alice go anytime soon. But please, never stop with the eulogies. If this is how funny you are when pretending your friends are dead, we can only imagine how much fun you are at a dinner party. As for Claire, she continues to handle everything, from live sports coverage to her friends hitting on her wife, with the class, humor, and grace that makes us love her. Here's to Claire, Alice, and Giles. May the banter never end.